sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Lance going to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
From the 44, Mayfield. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Now for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On 2nd and very short, Lance rolling to his right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Lance now on 1st down. He's got Ayuk once again. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Brings up 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Lance. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Johnson on the counter. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns take
at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 2. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Chubb will get the call running left. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And Lance now to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. 129 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A run for Nick Chubb. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Browns drive about to get started as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open.
What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 41, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Nick Bosa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a response there to the touchdown in the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go to Johnson again. They find some open field here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Johnson, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. Space to run past the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? To Johnson again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Lance now on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And the Browns first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 164 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Second and 10. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
third down. Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Mayfield to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Now Lance going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll run on first down. Johnson pushes him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. Here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Lance. The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give. This is Chubb looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Right back to use check again. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?